Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to look through CD sets which I believe are the best value for money you can get when it comes to physical format. These are the original album series or the original album classics, and basically it's usually 5 CDs in a little slipcase of the original cover, and those 5 CDs are then put into the most basic sort of slipcase. So these retail usually around between £10 and £15, so you're talking about £3 an album, and they're a brilliant way of getting an artist's discography if obviously they're part of that series. So I have got quite a few of them. I've got about 15 or so, and I'm just going to show them. And a few of these are quite new as well. They've only arrived in the last couple of weeks. So first off, I'm going to put my glasses on because these are CDs and I can't see a thing. And the first one is Carole King, and this is original album classics, and this has writer, music, rhymes and reasons, fantasy, and wrapped around joy. And I will take some of them out, but I'm not going to take every single CD out because they're actually quite difficult to get back in. And again, it's just replicas of the sleeve. You notice you don't get tapestry in it because it's a big seller on its own, and you know there's no point in putting it in. It would ruin the sales of the tapestry album. So there's 3 of those, and yeah, you know, they're very good sound quality as well. And one thing I will say, that although the sleeves of the actual CDs are replicas, if the album was reissued with bonus tracks, they tend to put bonus tracks on as well, but they don't give you any indication that there's bonus tracks. Now there's another Carole King one. So this is 5 more albums, and this is Simple Things, Welcome Home, Touch the Sky, Pearls, Songs of Goffin and King, which I have in vinyl, and Love Makes the World. And I think this one here actually maybe has bonus tracks listed, but normally they don't, so we'll take a look at some of those. So it's really nice, and a really nice way to get physical music on the cheap basically. So Carole King, 2 of them. Next up, Dionne Warwick original album series, and I have 2 of these as well. And these albums are harder to read. Presenting Dionne Warwick, Anyone Who Had a Heart, Make Way for Dionne Warwick, The Windows of the World, and Valley of the Dolls. And I've got this actually in a wee cover, so we'll take this out. And I do have another Dionne Warwick, and this is the original album classics, this one. And this is Dionne, No Night So Long, Friends in Love, Heartbreaker, very good album. It's a Bee Gees album basically. And How Many Times Can We Say Goodbye? So next up is another female singer, and it's Judy Collins, and this is the original album series, and this has 5th album, In My Life, which I have in vinyl, and it's a very good album. There's actually an absolutely brilliant version of Just Like Tom Thumb Blues on it, although it's just called Tom Thumb Blues. You have Wildflowers, Who Knows Where the Time Goes, and Judith. So that's very nice. And then the B-52s. Now I've shown this one before and I've never played this yet. I still haven't. This is one of the sets I have never ever played, and I've had this for years. And there's 5 albums off this, and it is the B-52s, Wild Planet, Whammy, Bouncing Off the Satellites, and Cosmic Thing. I really must keep this out and play it. I'm just not in the mood for it. This is a brilliant one, and this is Albert Hammond. Now, funny enough, I do have all these albums on CD, but the reason I bought this is they're all individual. So the 5 albums are The Free Electric Band and It Never Rains in Southern California. Now, on the original CD, that came as a twofer, and I don't like twofers. Then you have 99 Miles from LA and When I Need You, and Somewhere in America. So 99 Miles from LA actually was a twofer with the Albert Hammond 1974 album. Fortunately, it's not on this. And When I Need You was a twofer with Somewhere in America. But yeah, very nice to have. And we'll take a couple of these out. And there's 99 Miles from LA, and that's exactly the same as the vinyl album, which I have. But that's a brilliant set. It's one of my favourites actually. And then we have Alice Cooper, and these two, I have two Alice Cooper ones, and these two are relatively new. And this one has Pretty's For You, never had. Easy Action, never had. Love It to Death, never had. Killer, I never had. And School's Out, which I do have on actual CD, which I probably don't need anymore. But will I get rid of them? Probably not. So there's an example. Now the thing about these ones are these all have a rim around them, which I'm not as keen on, because I don't believe that these had rims on the original albums. I could be wrong, but I don't think they did. But still, really nice to have. And then the other Alice Cooper one, which is the original album series volume 2, and this has Billion Dollar Babies, which I do have on CD, Muscle of Love, which I also have on CD, Welcome to My Nightmare, never had it, Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, never had it, and the Alice Cooper Show. I wonder if the Alice Cooper Show is a live one. Yeah, again, you have the rims around them, which again I'm not that keen on because the original didn't have them. Okay, we're halfway through here. And Chic. And so this is a 5 CD set of Chic. And this has Chic, Say Chic, Risque, Real People, and Take It Off. And so basically I think that's probably all the Chic albums. So a very, very recognizable cover. I have this actually on vinyl, and again this one does have the rim again, which not that keen on, and I have this one on vinyl, and we'll look at the last two. And here we go. So again, this one here I think was about 12 quid, so for 5 albums, you know, you can't go wrong. Talking of Chic, and this is Sister Sledge, and this one I've had for quite a while, and this has Circle of Love, Together, and then We Are Family, which is the one I've played the most obviously. Love Somebody Today and All American Girls. Now We Are Family is such a great album. It's got so many brilliant songs like He's a Dancer, Lost in Music, Thinking of You, title track. So to get 5 Sister Sledge albums for basically next to nothing, you know, you can't say no. Okay, Johnny Cash, and now this is a 3 album set, and this I think was about a £5, and it's Hello, I'm Johnny Cash, one of his best ever albums. I think it was from about 1970. The Johnny Cash Show Live, and then Man in Black, which is probably my favourite of his albums. And as you can see, there's no rim around these ones, and this is the Man in Black. And this has got the fantastic Singing in Vietnam, Talking Blues, which I think is absolutely brilliant, as well as the title track of course. And then we have another Johnny Cash one, this time with 5 albums, and this has Rockabilly Blues, which has Nick Lowe's Without Love on it, an absolutely brilliant album, and The Baron, which I only ever had on MP3. The Ventures of Johnny Cash, never had it. Johnny 99 I actually do have on CD, and Rainbow. Johnny 99 is the Bruce Springsteen song, and Highway Patrolman's also on it, which was another Bruce Springsteen song. So there's Rockabilly Blues, which is a very good album from, I think it's around 1980, I think. So the original album classics. These are all available in Amazon. Now one of my favourites is this one here, The Monkees. And basically this is 5 Monkees albums, and it's probably their best 5 albums. You have The Monkees, More of the Monkees, Headquarters, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn and Jones Limited, and The Birds, the Bees and The Monkees. And this is one with the rim, I'm afraid, but still, You can't really complain. Now, these all do have bonus tracks and they're listed on the back, but they're not listed actually on the sleeve. So I always like that cover there. I always thought it was a really cool debut cover. I'll show you the rest of these. And this one here I actually do have on ordinary CD, individual CD, and they're all very, very good albums. You know, the VC are big fans of the Monkees. There's a lot of fans in the VC of the Monkees. So yeah, a really good band. Yes, I know they're manufactured, but they turned out good. Okay, Aha. And this is I think it's their first 5 albums. I know the first 3 here are Hunting High and Low, Scoundrel Days, and Stay on These Roads. And let's see if I can see what the other 2 albums are. East of the Sun, West of the Moon, and Memorial Beach. They sound great. Like, I actually played, was it Hunting High and Low to work the other day, and I think that there's a better album there. Scoundrel Days I think is a little bit heavier, and that's the one, Stay on These Roads, with the James Bond song. Is it Licensed? No, it's not. It's the Living Daylights, the one with Timothy Dalton. But yeah, very, very good song, again, for around a tenner. And the first one I ever bought, now this one, if you get for a tenner, pick it up, because you won't see it for less than about 60 or 70 pounds. And yes, it's an Agnetha false cog, and this is still commanding quite a bit of money, even though 4 of these 5 albums have definitely now been released on their own. I'm not too sure about the 5th one, but this is her 5 Swedish albums, and yeah, I love this set, and that's her debut album there. Haven't got these in order. I have now. That's her 2nd album. That's her 3rd. Notice I'm not saying the titles. That's her 4th, and that's her 5th with her version of SOS on it, and that came out around the same time as Frida's Ensam, where Frida had her version of Fernando. But a great set, but this one is pricey. Now, I bought this off Amazon for normal price years and years ago, but it's gone up in price. And the last one, and my favourite of the lot, and it's this, The Drifters, and this is 5 Drifters albums. Clyde McPhatter and the Drifters, Rockin' and Driftin', Save the Last Dance for Me, Under the Boardwalk, and I'll Take You Where the Music's Playing, and I will show you each and every one of these. Now, these do have the little borders around them, but still, you know, it's great to have, and I think it's possibly the only place you can get these albums. But that's the very first one, and then you have, not in order, Under the Boardwalk, with One Way Love on this as well, the song that Dexys Midnight Runners did. Up on the Roof, Carole King song, also a version, her own version is on one of those box sets as well. And Let the Music Play, On Broadway, Under the Boardwalk itself. Then you have Save the Last Dance for Me, which has the title track, Sweets for Me Sweet, and I'm not too sure, When My Little Girl Is Smiling I think was the other big song, and Some Kind of Wonderful. I'll Take You Where the Music's Playing, and this has got the title track, At the Club, and I Don't Want to Go On Without You, which is an absolutely beautiful track. Spanish Lace, and Come On Over to My Place, and then Rockin' and Driftin', and the big ones off this, Moonlight Bay, I absolutely love, although it seems to be more backing vocals in that track, but I absolutely adore it. Steamboat, and I don't think there's any big songs off this now, but yeah, an absolutely fantastic set from the Drifters, and this one does get played an awful lot, you know, so this is really the early Drifters. I would like to see one, and maybe there is one of the later Drifters, there probably is actually, but I don't need it. I've got all their studio albums. So that's my look through the original Album Classics Stroke series box sets that I have, and it's a really affordable way to get artist albums. And okay, there's no frills or anything, it's just the very basics, but that's really all you need. Okay, that's me for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.